gonna show you guys a pair of Crocs that I bought recently. Oh, these are like Crocs from Coupang, so they're not the real thing. Isn't that so cute? I love these. So to address the elephant in the room, I did dye my hair and it's kind of giving slam dunk. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know, and you see my stories, you would know this is literally my third hair color in, like, I'm not even joking, in 1 week. I had pink, I had coral, and now I'm at red. I already had bleached hair, and I got to film with Saem where he would do my hair, and I was like, oh, let me do pink, because I wanted to film a personal color series where I do makeup for each personal color season with different hair colors. Before I said I would do it with wigs, but I was like, these wigs look crazy. So although this red is not gonna get me any more dick here in Korea, I do love the way it looks on me because it's literally the opposite of my personal color season. But now I feel like I'm rid of the chains of my personal color season where I can't wear much makeup, like in terms of color. Now I can wear more shit. Also because my girl Ghoul in Tokyo put me onto these eyeshadow palettes and I was like, I want to try those. And I feel like it would look kind of cunt with his hair color, so let's get started. Oh, and also I know I haven't been posting for like literally 2 weeks on YouTube, but I've just been playing video games, you know. Dead by Daylight, still fuck Kaneki. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake came out, gotta play that. Me and my baddie Ghoul in Tokyo said we would play Elden Ring together. I'm actually gonna do my skincare for this video. If you can find this cleansing water in Oliveyoung while you're here in Korea, get this. This is like the best cleansing water ever. It's really gentle, but it really does a good job of cleansing shit off without irritating your skin, at least for me. I've always been scared of cleansing water because I felt like, oh, it's gonna irritate the fuck out of my skin, but that one does not at all. And that one bottle will last you months, bitch, months. And the crazy part is, it's like $9 or $10. Love that. So it's really good for in the morning when you don't wash your face, but you're the type to cleanse with water. For me, I couldn't really do that because sometimes I'll have oily skin or maybe I was slugging the night before. I can't do that, so I'll use something like that. And the skin looks really nice and fresh. I actually changed my light setup a little bit. I have 2 main lights here and 2 little mini lights below me here. That one though, I turned facing away from me, so it's more of like this soft, almost like a light from a window. Because normally it would be direct to my face, and I kind of like that look, but sometimes it really washes a lot of colors out, so you don't really see much what's going on my face. So I tried turning it to see if maybe the color expression was more evident in the video. I'm gonna show you my current skincare routine for like every day these days because I'm lazy to do my skincare in the morning. It's literally one after the other. I used to be the type that, you know, put one step, wait for it to absorb. But someone on TikTok said like, oh, you can just slap that shit on. I was like, okay, let me try that. I've been loving it. So the first one I do is this Realbarrier CERABASE Moisturizing Cream Toner. I think they were trying to go for like a dupe for the Laneige Cream Skin, but it's not the same thing. It's a toner and it's hydrating, but it's not like, it doesn't have that thickness that the Laneige Cream Skin does. And I actually just put this spray top on it. Originally, it's just a toner that you dump out, but I use it as a mist. And it is not a thin, fine mist. It is like, girl, she squirts at your face. But I don't mind, because it's for me, it's just to start my skincare routine off. Then I use the Parnell Cicamanu Toner. Love this line in general. I really like it, but I have so many toners I'm just trying to get through. So this one I like because it's almost like slightly on the thicker side, not as thick as like the Laneige Cream Skin, but this one is really hiding because Centella Asiatica, Madagascar. What I like about this line is that there's honey in there, Manuka honey, and I find my skin really loves that type of stuff. So then I'm gonna just finish with ingredients. This is my favorite, Skin Barrier Calming Lotion. Well, it says lotion, but it's more of like a essence lotion because when you blend it, it basically disappears into like water. Everything I've used on my face up until now is pretty much watery. Doing it one after the other like this while like the skin is still wet after each step. I give it like a minute and it absorbs and it looks really nice and plump. Because sometimes I notice doing each step and then waiting for each step to absorb first, my skin almost felt like not as moisturized as I do it this way. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, be right back. Wearing my little dog Crocs. So yeah, it's been about a minute and it's pretty much absorbed. Normally the skincare would evaporate off my skin, but with, I don't know, doing especially like the mist, not even just that mist, but any mist. I used to never really be that into facial mists, but lately I've been starting all my skincare routines off with a mist and then doing all the skincare afterwards. And It kind of almost helps just pull in more moisture from the skincare into your skin and preventing it from, you know, evaporating just off into the atmosphere. Using my tried and true combination, Miss Charlotte Tilbury plus Choboyang BB Cream. I want to show you how much I use every day. This has been my go-to for a while now, and I've noticed I really don't need that much product because just even having the foundation, you see how little I use, like little barely. I would have to like, I don't do pumps. I do like, and it might look like there's nothing on there, but for me, this is enough for my whole face. Here. Here. You see I'm like rubbing with my finger. Here. Here. And right here. Just that. I take the excess onto my puff, pick it up just to kind of clean my hand, and then I just, you know, okay. It's so full coverage, it spreads out anyway. Oh, actually, you know who I saw the other day when I was getting my hair done? It was yesterday. I got my hair done at Q's shop, which is called Come Win. As I was going in, I was about to say G Idol, they're Idol now. Idol was coming out of the shop. The first member I noticed and the first one that was passing by me was Shua. Girl, her skin tone, like, it was giving this. She's so pale. It was like this ethereal being passing by me. And I only saw like 3 members, but there's a ton of sap. I think they were filming something. And girl, they were truly giving, I mean, obviously they're celebrities, but there really is like this aura when you meet these like big time celebrities. Oh shit, hold on, let me put some lip balm on, girl. I'm gonna use my ginger sugar from Etude. Love this one. Still have this fucking one. I'm trying to run through it, girl. It's so thick, I just wipe on one lip in one direction. That and then just... Then my Saem concealer, the peach one. Because I am a soft summer, I have a very medium contrast about my face, right? But if you look at the typical colors in a soft summer palette, a lot of people like them because they're very like comforting colors because they're very easy to wear in terms of clothes. But some other people find them boring because they're just very grayish. But one thing I like about being a soft summer is that you can kind of give off more like intense, sort of more like baddie vibes if you kind of pump up the color, like deepen the color. More of like a deep winter vibe, which is kind of the vibe I'm giving with the black shirt that I have and the really intense hair color. But because of that, now my face looks a little bit like it's void of color, like I look pale. So while I do love the color red on me, I have to be okay with the fact that if I'm barefaced, I'm gonna look almost sick, kind of. Whereas as a typical soft summer, if I just had my hair color in a typical soft summer color, then I can just like wear very minimal to no makeup and, you know, it looks fine. I don't know. I'm always trying to give these explanations about personal color, but in the back of my head, I always know there's gonna be people that are like, why does it fucking matter so much? Why does it matter so much? It doesn't matter. A big chunk of you don't even wear makeup or care about makeup anyway. So, and there are the people that do care about this sort of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like those people that when one of their favorite artists release music that everyone clearly does not like, and people are like, it doesn't matter, they're just having fun. Who cares so much? For me, it just feels like you're completely ignoring the artistry, the effort, and just, you know, the thought process that goes into these sorts of systems. If you kind of just like label everything as, oh, just for fun, it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? For me, yes, there's a lot of things in life where I'm like, bitch, who the fuck cares? But I don't know, when it comes to shit like this, I care. I care, especially if people are paying me to help them figure this shit out, right? Period. I'm gonna use this Drop B concealer in one clear beige. In my updated Daiso foundation, like renewal try-on video, I didn't show this one because I simply forgot. Oh, it smells so good. I don't normally like to put this much base makeup around my eyes because it can get a little cakey. But I'm just, after each step of my base that I'm blending, I take whatever little is left on the puff and I just touch my eyelids with it. Because I'm going to use kind of pretty intense colors later for the eyeshadow. Intense. They're going to show up better on much more even eyelids. Again, if I'm the type of person that doesn't suit really bright colors, they kind of bring out a lot of the imperfections in my face, like discoloration, redness. So I have to do a good job of covering those. And then real quick, just to set everything, I'm using the AOU Makeup Setting Fixer. Gotta shake this up real good. I was looking at the ingredients at this recently, and there's no alcohol in it, which is good because I mean, I'm not totally against alcohol being in sort of like setting mist and stuff because it makes sense why they would put it in there. It helps with like oily skin and stuff. But on days where my skin is particularly sensitive, like if I had just used retinol or something, then yeah, sometimes I would want to avoid harsh ingredients like that. But this one doesn't have any. But it also is a type that it's not going to be like an Urban Decay all-nighter, right? It's not going to be like a one size, you know, what do you know, that fucking hairspray type of makeup fixer? It's more gentle. And for me, I like to test setting this on my hand just to get like, I want to feel what kind of film former it has. And that one is more on the gentle side. However, I'm not really using it for the purpose of like, oh, long wear. I'm really just doing it to kind of settle everything down before I do the rest of my makeup. Because as we know, when I film these fucking videos, like my skin goes through it. Because like the heat of the lights and like me talking and getting flustered. I'm going to draw my brows in really quick. But first I'm going to add a touch of powder on them so that I'm not drawing on moist eyebrows. Eyebrow pencils and eyebrow powders go on better when there's no oils on the eyebrows. I'm using this pencil I got from Taobao. It's from this brand called Jealous Blade Ultra Fine Eyebrow Pencil. This side is just a spoolie, but this side has a... It's like an angled brush, but one end is really sharp. But this side is flat so that it comes with paper that if you rub this flat side against, it will sharpen this part so you get a sharp line every time, which for me, my lovely red AliExpress pencils, love them a lot. But they can be annoying to pull because I have to use a certain thing, this device to hold it in place as like a guide so that I can use a razor to like shape it. It can be fucking annoying, bitch. And while this one is 100 times more convenient, it's not as pigmented, I would say, which can be good because sometimes I feel like I do have brow blindness sometimes. Like, you see how light that is? Oh my god, did y'all see Cat's Eye's Gnarly? Yeah, I was the one that was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was also that one that in less than 24 hours, I was also like, everything's gnarly. Girl, the switch up was so crazy for me. But honestly, period. A lot of times, if there's a song I really do not like, the stage performance will save it for me. But also I'm thinking, is that good for a song in the long run? If I only like the song when I see it being performed, will I care about listening to it 2-3 months down the line? I mean, I was listening to it on the way home yesterday and I was fucking living, but just like many other people, I was like, oh, you know, the lyrics are kind of weird for me. In fact, I think this is one of the few times I actually prefer the clean edit version, except that one line. I really like the line about, for a dumb bitch. I wish there was a version where they kept that one line, the rest was like the other, like the robotics line, I'm legit, hottie, love those a lot more than Tesla, like what? 그 다음에 a little bit of shading 할게요. 이게 좀 연한 쉐이딩 색상으로 여기 모양을 좀 잡아주고. I feel like this red, this particular deep red color, it might look a little bit bright on camera, but it's a lot more of like a deep burgundy color in person. This type of color looks so pretty on a deep autumn or a deep winter. But if you do this hair color and you're like doing your makeup, contouring is rather important. Even if you're not doing a lot of color makeup, at least contouring the nose area will add definition in the face and help you carry this color a lot more. Because like I keep saying, these types of deep colors can be a little bit draining for the face. 간단하게, nothing crazy. Especially because I didn't put powder on my face, so my skin still is a little bit moist from the base makeup, and if I go too heavy with the contour, it will look like brown stripes on my face. Next, I'm going to use my contacts, since I put them right here next to my palette, just so I don't forget. And I really think that when you have a hair color like this, wearing contacts is a lot more gnarly. Me zooming in to show you what my contacts in is crazy. Oh, yeah. And actually, before I go into the actual eyeshadow, I'm going to start with putting some color into my face. I'm going to use my truly beloved AOU Soft Cream Blush in 6 Lukewarm Cheeks. And I'm actually going to use the sponge that AOU does sell with this shit. I'm not a fan of it just because it's like... I don't know, this reminds me of like the type of strange sponge applicator you can get in Daiso. Actually, no, you know what it is? I think I don't really like to use it because it's too small. it's too small. I'm a lazy bitch and I want to just slap this shit on. Yeah, no. I'm gonna use my flower nose. This is a lot faster and it's a lot more squishy and fat. So when I'm applying it, it doesn't scratch my base as much. Sorry if it looks like I'm chewing on gum. I had a coconut latte and there's coconut shavings in there. So who is this messaging me on Jacked? Who is you? 36 years old, but the photo, this is the photo. Very clearly 도용, as in someone stealing someone else's girl. This is fucking pandemic up in Korea, probably in Asia in general. People be stealing the hot Korean boys photos on Instagram and using it for their photos on Instagram, and they're romance scammers, girl. Romance motherfucking scammers. Okay, honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna put the name of this brand on the screen because I don't read Chinese, but I'm gonna use this palette first. Super fucking pretty. Oh, I love a good pinky brown on like anybody, no matter what your personal color is. They also said, I bought 3 palettes from them, so they said 3 of this exact brush. So I'll just use this. I'm really only using this because I'm gonna use probably a lot more cool tone colors on my eyes, but I wanna use a base first. So I'm gonna use this like milk tea brown, and maybe a touch of this corally shade in there. Just as a base. Oh my God, sorry girl, too small. I had this fantasy of being one of those like, you know, quick and easy makeup girlies, even though we're literally 31 minutes into the motherfucking video. And you know, oh, just one brush for everything. Girl, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. My eyes are too big. Oh, also, sorry, I keep bringing up Cat's Eye. What I love about Cat's Eye as well is that it's such a breath of fresh air for them to, because they're on that one messaging app, I think it's Weverse? What is it? The one that idols can put messages on. During the first performance of Gnarly, there was a fan in the crowd named Henry, who I've actually met before. I went to a party with him once and I recognized him because I saw him as the guy that did Touch with them when they're promoting Touch in Korea and they were on After School Club. He was an audience member there. And I was like, wait, are you that bitch that fucking danced with? I was so envious of him. But he went to the Mnet recording and he was there. But I just thought that was funny that Manol addressed him on Weverse by name too. She's like, this message for Henry and Henry only. I'm like, K-pop idols would never fucking do that shit. Never, bitch. But this shit happened to me. If there was one particular fan being referenced or talked about, the other girls would be fucking upset. When Monsta X had their fan con and there was like a camera out the front and everybody could give like, you know, hello messages. Of course, I was the only fucking guy there. And I was like, I love you, Wonho. The girlies in the comments, they put my part in the fucking video. On their YouTube channel, the girls were eating me up in the comments, girl. Well, to be fair, I only read like 1 or 2 and they were not happy comments. They were pissed, which they fucking hate me. Even though all I did was say, oh, I love you, Wonho. And look at him now. Everybody only acknowledges him for his raunchy photos on Instagram and not his musical artistry, which I was always pushing for. And yet the motherfucking, what is it? What are they called again? The Monbebes, girl. The fucking Monbebes, they want to be fucking annoying. Then I'm going to take the same colors and put them underneath here. Okay, time to dip into this one over. Oh! Ooh, thumbnail. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, it's hot. Ugh. Where did my fucking brush go? The one I was literally just using. These 2 colors here look so fucking similar. Maybe I'll use this one here. Actually, no. I'll use this one here. Oh. Okay. Am I gonna regret this? Maybe. And maybe use this more like purpley gray on the lower. Han Yogi. Because if I just do it all on top here, it looks like there's nothing here and it will look too top heavy. I like that. I really like that. Use this shade here on maybe my Aegis. Sajak, very Sajak, because it's already so dark. This can very much translate as just a dark circle. And we need to add brightness into the look because everything is so dark. We need to add a touch of brightness, whether it's, you know, a paler color, like maybe I'll use this for my egg out here. This one right here, this really pale, this is a very rare color. I've never seen this before. It's like a very pale bluish gray. I'll use that here to brighten my inner corner because I contour my nose and I use dark eyeshadow, so it can be very dark in this inner corner. So we need to brighten that up a little bit. Oh, that's a really interesting color. It's not just like typical white. It almost looks like it's glowing on the inner corner, even though it's a matte shade. And then I really want to try this really interesting red that has swirls of like gray in there with sparkle. Let me just dip my motherfucking finger in there. Oh, that's creamy. I think it's like a cream shadow. Wait, guys, why am I scared? Where would I put this? Oh, bitch. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. That is what the shit was missing, bitch. I do like this, but I felt like too bluish almost. I wanted some red in there. Girl, this was the ticket. This was the ticket. Oh, that's hot, bitch. That's hot. Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. I love her. Wow, she's really good. And then maybe adding a touch more of these deeper shades here. Because normally I put really dark shadows just on my mobile lid, but it's feeling a little bit like it's too empty here now. So I'm taking a bit more shading into my crease, which I rarely do, but I think for now I think it's okay for this look. But still, I don't want to go too high because if it gets too close to my brow bone, it will look too like top heavy on my eye and will look kind of tacky. So the one time I'm actually blending my eyeshadows. I'm going to take this brush I had earlier, this one, this sort of flattish brush. I'm actually not going to dip back in. I'm going to take off the excess from here and just use what is this little stain on here to kind of extend my aiguillage a little bit, including the shadow here on my outer corner. Because I feel like this look could benefit from elongating. And if I only elongate the eyeshadow on the top part, this part will look too short. And to help sort of further that illusion, I'm going to use this shade I used for my aiguillage again, the light one, and put that even more back here. Do you see how it looks a little slightly longer? Maybe? Can you see it? I can tell if you can see it. And then I can use this black eyeshadow here as a little bit of an eyeliner on this sharp eye. Girl, this brush I got on AliExpress. This shit has been saving my life when it comes to using eyeshadow as liner. It is so good and precise. It makes doing the wing so easy. Because I don't like a thick wing on anybody. So doing this for a thin liner wing, oh, it's been a dream. Do you see how fucking precise that shit is? Also just a tad right here on the inner corner. Oh, oh yeah. And then whatever's left, right here. So I get the vibe. You know the people that do like that cat shape, the feline thing where they draw like a triangle in the inner corner? That does not look good on me. But just putting a bit of that black shadow here gives that effect without doing that weird triangle. No, not weird. If you like to do it, go ahead and do it. Oh my God, with this red lighting, bitch. Oh yeah. And y'all know we cannot skip the glitter, girl. We cannot skip there's so many options for glitter in here. Everything is like this really deep blacks and reds. I kind of want to add this bluish glitter here for a bit of that panjo meryok. That sort of opposite charm. It's not really going on. Might I have to use my finger? Ho ho ho. It seems like there's not really glitter in here. I think these are all really intensely pigmented shadows. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, so. I'm gonna use a spoolie to wipe off some of that excess so it's not too low on my eye. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm gonna touch up with that lighter color again. My eyes look huge now. Holy shit. I need my brows to look a little bit stronger though, because this is kind of not giving. I'm just gonna use the black pencil that I have. Oh yeah, so much better. Yup. And normally with colored hair, I would like use like a bleachy sort of light brown mascara, but I kind of like the contrast of the intense red with like the really deeper brows. I don't know, because I feel like a lighter brow would look a little bit strange on this particular look. I'm gonna touch this up. Honestly, I feel like the red lights in the back are kind of making they're like tinting my skin kind of pink, so it's hard to see where I'm putting the blush. But hopefully you see the vision. Finally for the lips. Girl, it's been 54 fucking minutes. Wiping off the lip mask that I had. A touch of foundation on the edge. And then, Truly Beloved Perfect Diary Powder. Just a bit on my little puff. This cutie patootie. Work her in there. I'm not using it as much as I normally would. I'm using this just to take off any excess shine. Just so that the eyes stand out a lot more, because I feel like with this look with really glowy skin, it looks a little bit messy. Okay, time for lips. So you guys know the famous A.chi Blur Lip Tints. I use this shit all the time. This one, the gray one, daily, and then number 2, Lively. Every cool tone girl, I always use Lively on. But they actually had a shade extension a while ago. There's this newer base shade called Barely, which I'm gonna use for me because this is more, I feel like it would suit this coloring more. Actually, if you follow my Instagram, a few weeks ago, I posted a reel of me going to get my makeup done by the makeup artist that made these, and she used them on me. But there's also 3 new point color, which, oh, fucking love these colors, bro. I use them a lot as well on, I get a lot of deep winters and deep autumns, whereas they suit deeper colors, but a lot of people are scared of, because if you ever get your personal color done and you come out as like a deep winter or a deep autumn, they'll give you like the recommendations for lipstick colors, but a lot of people are scared to wear them because they can be very red. And I feel like a lot of people that don't normally wear a lot of makeup to begin with are scared of like anything that's a little bit, even a little red. So these ones are a lot deeper than the typical like, you know, K-beauty lip tint like this. You can see it's super deep. 5 Chestnut, that's like a neutral warmish color. And the more neutral coolish color is Chilling. Super fucking pretty. And even if you're still scared of colors like this, if you use one of the base colors first and you put this on top, it looks so much more natural. And there's another one, it's a little bit lighter. It's called 4 Rosely. I think I might use Chilling, but first I'm gonna use Barely as my base color. Just like the gray and the light gray pink colors, it still serves the same purpose as concealing your lip color, but this one is more on the warm side. So if I use a warm color on top, it'll still keep that warm, deep color. Because of the texture as well, I mean, this is not a new texture, this sort of velvety texture. Because of that, it will also act as a primer. What I've noticed with products like this, it actually, a long, long time ago, I almost made a lip primer. Before everyone was putting base makeup on their lips or these sorts of gray lip tints coming out, I was like, I need something that will, 1, keep my lips hydrated, 2, color correct my lips, and 3, smooth out my lip lines. And I was making a product like that, but she never came to light. But these sorts of lip tints now kind of serve that purpose because 1, the velvet texture, lots of silicones, right? So it's gonna smooth the lips out. And also, it creates a form on the lips that kind of protects the moisture, because that's why I use thick lip masks, because when you take them off, they leave moisture on your lips. This sort of velvet lip texture coats the moisture and keeps it longer. And it color corrects my lips because of the pale color itself. So, love that. And then I'm gonna use Chestnut in the middle. Oh, yup. Yup. Very pretty color, but you see how, because I only put it in the center of my lips, it looks very like 2015. So what do I do to fix that? I put a touch on my Cupid's bow. Right here. But just there. For a bit of like an over lip moment. Also, something I forgot to do earlier when I was contouring my face that I've been liking to do, take my lighter contour powder and put a touch here. So it kind of shortens my philtrum, because I have such a long philtrum. And then if there's any foundation or concealer left in my puff, I'll touch a little bit right here. Because if this part is too extended out, it looks a little bit like that. I only want the plumpness in my lips to be in the middle. Love that. Love that. Highlighter. We need to add a bit of highlighter. I'm using this Colorgram one. Number 1, Peach Heart. These little cube highlights. These are fucking amazing. I used them once in a Wake Make video and I liked it then, but I don't know. My realization of really liking these have only recently come upon me. And also a touch here on the top of the cheekbones. Oh, and then mascara, girl. I'm fucking crazy. This is the volume one from AOU, just for my lower lashes. I normally don't like to make that shit that. Ooh. I'm not really a fan of this look normally, but for this stronger look, I think having the lashes looking a little bit almost spidery will kind of look cute. Oh. My eyes are drying out. Ugh. Oh. Yeah. Love that. Okay. Okay. All right. There is my, what do you call that? My, demon. Throughout the years, I've done a few demon looks, girl. That was a very long video, but I haven't been posting in a while, so hopefully this long video was enough for you to clean your room or do some work. A lot of people are asking about the Double D. We did film more episodes of the Double D, but what me and Eddie decided upon was, let's film a lot of videos first and then start re-uploading them, because before what was happening was we would film videos the week before they had to be posted. So we were playing, it was a constant game of catch up and it kind of stressed us out. So don't worry, it's coming back for the few of you that wanted it. I hope you're enjoying the rest of your day, or you have a good night, or it's nasty. I'll see you later. Bye. Everything's gnarly. Me.